All right, welcome to game two of round four. Modern preliminary walkthrough. We're up against Quiniac on Bogles. So, how I sideboard is that I think Abrupt Decay is an all-star here. So, I would think that their ways of interacting with us is one through Path to Exile, two, what is it called? Through Graph Digger's Cage, and three through Damping Sphere. Also, Gaddock Teague as well. So, Abrupt Decay is very good against both of them. I leave the one Abrupt Decay in the sideboard because I think the the games where you want to wish for an Abrupt Decay are games that are a bit slower, so we can't afford to take our time to wish for it. That's why it's only in the main deck, unlike like against Infect where time was of the essence. I also brought the two Pact Negations here because their ways to interact and beat us is so narrow. I just want to minimize every single angle that they can present to us. This is the same logic as to why Brand and Neobrand used to and still do bring in the blue packs against Burn for Path Exile and Skullcrack. So I took out the Veil Summers because they're dead. What about this hand here? So we're one land away from a dirty turn three. Dirty being that we have to pitch a Nourishing Shoal. Wonder if this is good enough here. We have 13 lands. Simmering Spirit Guide will do. Their clocks are generally slower post board, but we have no Ancestor Hate. I think this is like super borderline. We also have the Grizzlebrand, so we have like 1 in 50 chance of like just self-destructing every turn. I think this is a begrudging keep, but I wouldn't fault anyone for mulliganing this one. Alright, we do keep. I don't feel that great about it. Alright, so that's not what we wanted. Hopefully no Gaddock Teague or no Damping Sphere. Okay, that's okay. So they're leaving one white mana up, which means they could be representing Path to Exile. Okay, so the interesting question is, do we go for it here? I think there are actually arguments to not going for it. So at face value, we'll be going down to 16. Um, Ethereal Armor is a 1 mana way to get us down to 14. Daybreak also does that, but makes them tap out. No, it doesn't make them tap out if they have another land. So I'm just trying to think of ways we can play around the Path to Exile. Hmm. And it goes a long way to be able to use our third land drop, but is it worth the potential losing of the second draw 7? I actually don't think so. We have the Nourishing Shoal already, which is nice. We have the Summoners Pact to like re-evolve if we have to. We can also just draw into a Pact of Negation and go from there. I think I like comboing here. Mostly because like I don't want to go down below 14. It'll make everything much harder. Okay, I do pass, but I don't think like after thinking about it, I don't think that's the right one. Like, there's so many right way to do it. There's so many ways for them to get us down to 14 while leaving up a path to exile if they have it. So I don't think it gets better. I'd rather have the two draw sevens. Okay, there's that ethereal armor that we're talking about. He also missed a land drop, it seems, and he's only casting the one spell. So I think it's pretty clear that they have Path Exile because like this is not a free bluff to run. I mean, they didn't have the Path Exile, they they kept that otherwise good hand that missed the land drop, so it's clearly all business. Like they would be just like putting on all the paths. So I think they have it. The question is, what's the best way to play around it? So I think the best way to play around it is actually just like neoforming and then draw 7. In response, they will Path Exile most likely, and then I'm going to Pact for a Worm on game 15 and go from there. I think that's the best way to do it. We'll pitch the two. Whoa, what the heck? Did I really? Okay. That's interesting. So I guess I thought that waiting one more turn, like, but we already missed our land drop, so like waiting an extra turn doesn't give us more mana. was I just thinking that an extra draw step is going to be helpful trying to look for a worm and whatnot? I really don't like my decision there. Like, yeah, sure, like you have one more draw step at like a worm or a nourishing shoal or a pack negation, but like I'm in real danger to go below 7. I just don't like it. Should have just gone for it. I should have just gone for it in turn 1 and turn 2, and I should have gone for it in turn 3. See, now it's a big problem. So I do Summoner's Pact on upkeep to thin the library because I want to draw more nourishing shoals, and shrinking the library size by 1 helps us do that ever so marginally. Now we're going to go for it here. I think we should just lead on nourishing shoal here. I mean, we have to because we can't draw otherwise. But I don't expect this to work very often here. I'm probably going to be Metamorphosing here to look for an extra Nourishing Show or a Pack Negation. But as I said, going for it turn 2 probably was correct, and going for it turn 3 was definitely correct. So I've already made some big mistakes in this preliminary, which goes to show that like I have like 700 matches with this deck, and I'm still making these like mistakes. Some of which are basic. All right, so as expected, they have the Path Exile, and we have the second Grizzlebrand in the graveyard, so we need to go for it. So we need to win this turn. So what can help is either drawing the Pact Negation, or drawing Nourishing Show plus X, or Life Goes On. So the chain cannot end here. So yep. So we had a one Nourishing Show, but we didn't have the second, I believe. Yeah, we bricked on the second one. We didn't even have a blue pact, or did we have even have like the mana to Metamorphosis and try to get into draw into the Nourishing Shoal or the pack negation. So it's unfortunate, but I think the game is over at this point here because 1, we have to pay for the Summoner's Pack. 2, we can't re-evolve our Grizzlebrand, so there's no way we can like shrink our library down to 0 and like win with the Laboratory Maniac. So I made some pretty bad mistakes here, and it cost me the match. So hopefully we can straighten out our play and take the match in game 3. So I will see you in game 3.